Hi, so let's cover this question of, do you need certification to get a BA job? To answer this correctly, let's back up a little bit and revisit why companies need BAs. Companies are like human beings. They constantly have needs, problems, and opportunities. I know. But we do. Us human beings, we constantly have those needs. Our children always have needs, right? Our brothers, sisters, we always hear about their problems and opportunities. This is the same with companies. They constantly have those needs, problems, and many times opportunities that they overlook. And these problems are not just there fixing itself. They need solutions. And the opportunities, the challenge with them is if you don't seize them, somebody else might grab them. An example would be a market opening where a competitor, for whatever reason, discontinued the product that you're competing with them on. And so now you have this open highway for just your product. If you don't do all the things necessary to really grab that market share that your competitor is leaving behind, somebody else will. But as many companies have all too often found out, throwing money on a problem does not work. So throwing precious corporate resources does not get the job done. What is needed is understanding the root cause of the problem. Why is the problem happening? And then coming up with the alternative solution options, because there's always many options to solve a problem. And then going through all of that and coming up with the most viable solution option. So more than ever, skilled BAs are needed. Whether you're certified or not is secondary to your proven ability to apply problem solving and opportunity identification skills to the evergreen business needs and opportunities demanding attention. So let's underscore that. Whether you are a certified BA or not is secondary in many, many cases to your proven ability to apply problem and opportunity identification skills to the evergreen business needs demanding attention. So you're right. They need someone wearing that BA hat to do the important work. Or they can get a non-trained employee to do a half-baked, ill-conceived, or poorly thought-of solution proposal, which in many cases end up being a waste. So what is the second reason? There's a debate on this, but the numbers support it. There's an elephant in the room, so to speak, and that's PMI. When PMI has decided to professionalize the BA profession by creating a certification for it, the PMI PBA, Professional in Business Analysis. This generated a lot of interest on the profession. And why is that? And the reason is the BA suddenly gets more professional visibility and credibility. PMI, after all, is a highly prestigious nonprofit organization recognized worldwide. In other words, if you have that certification, you immediately join the ranks of credible people that the company thinks they can rely on for a solution. But again, to get a BA job, there's no rush to get a certification. In the end, that's not necessary. As a career path, when you have the experience and there's no obligation to do it, you can take the exam for the certification. But not right away to get an entry-level BA job. There are hundreds of thousands of people working as accountants, bookkeepers, and many other positions in the accounting field, and yet they're not CPAs, right? What is more important to the organization is you can do the job and help them solve their problems. Let's cover the next question. Is IT or business degree required? This is a question that is often asked because of the prevalence of technology in just about everything we touch these days, from the ubiquitous iPhone and Android phones to the remote Roku live streaming of our favorite sports games. Unbelievable convenience through technology. Certainly, knowledge and exposure to IT will be helpful, but the lack of IT education or experience is not a showstopper, and certainly not required. The reason is, for the most part, the BA's work is on the business side. Problem identification, situation assessments, following and understanding work or process flows, doing root cause analysis and cost-benefit analysis, identifying gaps in capabilities, writing requirements. These are business side work. Yes, you'll be using technology productivity tools like emails, Microsoft Office applications like Word and Excel, internet research of some kind. But for the most part, there is no requirement to know networks, programming languages, coding or servers, security protocols, or firewalls. Business analysis is, for the most part, technology agnostic. And there is no need for a business degree either. To be sure, it helps. Again, most of the business side work you'll be doing will be provided to you, and you will learn in this course. Let's cover this question of, do you need domain or industry experience to get a job as a BA? Is domain or industry knowledge or experience required? So let's say you're applying for a BA position, and there are a lot of job openings for BAs. This particular one that caught your attention requires knowledge and experience in, let's say, children's toys and educational games. And you don't have any. Not many people do. Or let's say oil and gas experience, or software sales, real estate development, healthcare, insurance, or some exotic industry like renewable energy. Sorry, it's not quite exotic anymore. and you don't have any. Not many people do. It is important to put this question in perspective. Some of these positions have been open for a while, 30 days or even longer. And the reason is many of these companies can't fill them. Their standards are not realistic or too high for what's available in the market. In your cover letter or on the highlights of your resume, you should include this following phrase, or at least tailor the idea to your writing style or format. As part of my plan to start a career in the BA profession, I recently completed training in all the essential elements of the business analyst work. I'm quite knowledgeable in identifying and assessing problems or opportunities, determining the root cause of a problem, identifying gaps in the organization's capabilities, analyzing the alternative solution options, recommending the most viable option to solve a problem or seize an opportunity, and the required capabilities and resources to meet them. And if the initiative is approved, helping write requirements, obtaining stakeholder sign-off, and managing the product requirements through its life cycle of review, monitoring the solution developments, testing, and implementation. And then later, evaluation of product performance after implementation. To fill the gap in my knowledge of the industry I am interested in, I have started an industry research. This is abundantly available from public sources, including the internet. This should give me at least a baseline industry knowledge base before I start working with a company in that industry. Your industry is one of the 4 industries in my research in which I have immersed myself. So chances are, presented like this, your application will have a good chance of being evaluated. At least you are presenting a picture of someone who is diligent in preparing themselves as qualified as possible to an entry-level BA position. After all, this diligence is a reflection of the quality of your work and the diligence you exhibit as a BA. Of course, there's no guarantee, but this is one way for your application to be favorably looked at. The BA profession is industry agnostic. This means it does not specialize in any specific industry. Your knowledge and skill as a BA are essentially transferable to any industry. So are there BA jobs out there? Let's tackle this one. As of the first week of November 2018, the following job boards have these number of openings for business analysts nationwide. Zip Recruiter, 482,000. Glassdoor, 75,000. Monster, 24,600. Career Builder, 12 pages of openings. Please know that the same openings could be in 2 or more job boards. Entry-level position median starting salary or rate is $28 to $30 per hour as a contractor, or up to $65,000 a year as an FTE or full-time employee. Note that recruiters will start to call you after you post your resume in the job board. Also understand that companies, as a way of testing the quality of the employee and whether they fit in the organization, will first hire someone that they like as a contractor, then offer them an FTE position later after normally 3 or 6 months. And also understand that you make more as a contractor, but you don't get any benefits. Many staffing agencies will offer you an insurance and you pay for it. Many BAs prefer this because they are already covered in their spouse's insurance or can get their own insurance cheaper.